Let's give it up for our inquirers.
First subject that they were given was math. I didn't expect you, of course, because you remember what happened last year?
I didn't perform very well.
Struggled a lot. You even cried every time you would have math the next day. You cried.
At one point, I think I even failed an exam.
You got 2. Right?
Yeah, 2.
So
That's a failing grade.
is that a failing
Yes.
grade?
Yeah.
Then yesterday, math, Adam Petrani. Are you better than me? Yesterday was your last day of school. You know what happened? It was very full of surprise for me.
Yeah. I got 5 different awards. I think 3 of them were on my subject performance, like performance in specific subjects.
Like what subjects?
Math, computer science, music, and the other 2 were overall performance, I think. Like traits I've exemplified, for example.
Yeah.
But the criteria for those awards seemed a bit vague. I mean, the subject awards, they're fine. Like, I can kind of understand how I got them, seeing as though I got pretty good grades, but the overall awards,
It's not based on your grades specifically, I think, is it? But I think it's based on your activity.
yeah.
So the teacher should probably report which one is qualified for certain ways. Okay, this one. Maad was chosen as inquirer, which means you talk a lot.
Yeah, basically.
So yesterday, I was expecting you to get at least bronze honor because you always get it, right? It's good. It's good, but I was there and then I started to sit. I think I was one of the first high school parents who arrived. So guys, this was an award ceremony, right? The school always has this kind of award every end of semester. Parents for qualified children will be invited. So I sat and I just relaxed, trying to catch my breath because I was walking in the heat. And then they started to say something. Okay, now we are starting with the first IB learner profile. I was just, okay, it can't be the first. Suddenly, Adam Petrani. I'm not ready with my camera.
And Adam Petrani, grade 10, please come to the stage. Let's give it up for our inquirers.
Okay, so probably you would get 2 awards. And then when they finished that, they continued with the subject. First subject that they were given was math. I didn't expect you, of course, because you remember what happened last year?
I didn't perform very well.
Struggled a lot. You even cried every time you would have math the next day. You cried. And it was very tough, even for me. I was just watching you. I couldn't do anything. We started to study together every day before exam. I know you worked a lot.
And I only got just barely passing grades. At one point, I think I even failed an exam.
You got 2. Right?
Yeah, 2.
So
That's a failing grade.
is that a failing
Yes. 3 or above is passing, but between 3 and 4 is undesirable, just barely passing. And if it's a 1 or a 2, you fail.
grade? For context,
Yeah.
the scale is between 1
1
to
and
7.
7. Well, now 1 to 8.
And your grade was 2. I remember you were so embarrassed you didn't dare to tell it to your friends, and oh my gosh, I felt so sorry because I knew you worked hard, but somehow you just couldn't understand and stuff like that. I don't know, but you worked a lot and at the end of the year you got 6. But still, that was far from the best, right? And then this year, I don't know, how did you get through the crisis actually? Can you share a little bit?
I think it's just because the teacher was more effective for me.
Oh, they
Like-
switched teacher.
Yeah, they were more understanding.
Oh, so you like patient teachers?
Yeah.
more. Strict teachers don't work.
No, almost never. And especially in small classes, I usually perform best with a patient teacher in a small class. But a strict teacher in a small class, that's the end of my academic career.
Oh, that's bad.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. But this year,
Yeah,
you had a new
I
teacher.
bounced back.
Oh my gosh, and we even tried to look for a few tuitions outside,
Yeah.
and they never worked.
Yeah, the search wasn't very successful.
Yeah, not to say that tuitions don't work, but
No,
you need
it's
to
just-
find
yeah.
good match.
I didn't feel like judging by their description, I didn't feel like any of their like styles would synergize with.
So what did you do in the end? You quit tuition,
Self-study.
self-study.
Okay, we're not sponsored. This video isn't sponsored, but I just want to mention a program that helped me a lot towards the end of the year. It's called Anki. So basically what it does is you create flashcards based on what you're learning, and every few days it'll test you with specific flashcards, and the easier a flashcard, the less frequently it'll appear.
Oh,
So if a particular card seems difficult to you, then you'll usually see it between like every 1 and 5 days-ish. But if it's really easy, it takes you no effort to recall the information, then usually the interval for that card tends to be measured in months or even years.
so it helps you to memorize
Yes.
stuff.
For me, it helped a lot with math because I had to memorize a lot of formulae. Yeah.
Yeah, this year I decided to let's change the method because
Yeah.
last year was really tough for you. It worked to a certain extent, but I don't think it's sustainable.
Yeah.
I had to sit with you every day before exam, and you were suffering. It was torturing.
Emotionally,
Yeah.
too.
Physically and emotionally, you had to stay awake, solving problems, doing homework. On top of that, you still had to study for. Oh my gosh! I just thought, okay, let's just trust you. You find out what you think is best and just study. And I just watched. I mean, I was waiting. Okay, if his grade is falling down again, we need to change strategy again. But it never fell. It just went up, 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 stay, stable, stable. And we had the first conference with your teachers, specifically your math teacher. She said that, oh, Adam is one of the best student in my class. I was surprised. Really? Oh, she's too kind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, honestly, I thought that too. I don't blame you.
She's too kind. Okay. And then your grades were good, but I think probably many kids get good grades, right? I just didn't want to be overconfident.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, math, Adam Petrani.
That was the one award I was like, fat chance. I'm never getting it. I flopped last year. I think it'll make a difference with this year too. To be honest, in my class this year, there was this duo of students. Like, they were always on task, focused, concentrated. I thought the award would go to them. Especially considering that one of those students in that duo won a math competition as well.
But anyway, yesterday I saw your math teacher again and I thanked her and she said, I told you he's the best in my class. You were serious? Not just that. Yesterday, every time your name came up, I thought this is the end. But then another award, Adam Petro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is for everybody.
Yeah.
Grade 10. What award is this? Do you want to explain to our viewers?
Again, so if you don't know me, I go to an international baccalaureate school, and The academic journey is partitioned into 3 programs. The primary years program, or PYP, the middle years program, or MYP, and the diploma program. Those span grades 1 through 5, 6 through 10, and 11 and 12 respectively. With me having finished the 10th grade, that also meant that I had graduated from the MYP, and I'm on track to begin the DP next year. So,
Congratulations, good job.
Thank you.
And maybe it's time to disclose your full name.
Oh yeah,
What's your full name?
Adam Sebastian Petrenia.
Yes.
I know I implied in a video a few years ago that my middle name began with a J. It does not.
Yeah.
I don't have multiple middle names, nor does my middle name begin with a J.
Oh, who's calling? Guardhouse.
This guardhouse?
The other one. Whenever we get delivery, they call my phone. It's very cool, right? We are not even living there.
Yeah.
So, can you explain this one? Bronze honor roll. You always get this one.
Yeah, in my school, the honor roll awards are based on GPA, which is itself calculated through a conversion table. So we convert each of our grades in the IB, we convert them to GPA values, add them up, and then divide them by 8, because that's the amount of classes we normally have. However, in the DP, it works a bit differently
But
respectively.
for MYP?
For
it's
MYP,
maximum?
the maximum is 4.
Oh, 4. And yours was?
3.67,
7, yes.
which I know those last 2 digits are a meme among my peers.
Yeah, so for 3.5 to 3.79,
Yeah,
you get bronze. And
For
then
3.8 through 3.99, yeah, again inclusive, you get silver, and anything 4 or above, you get a gold.
you get a gold.
The reason why I earned so many awards this semester was because I tend to be a specialist. So I specialize in a few subjects, but I do slightly worse than average on the others.
Oh, like this one?
So usually most students tend to get 6s. Like 5 is okay, pretty good, but we can do better.
Oh.
6 is okay, stop there. If you get a 7 or an 8, you're an alien.
Oh, this one for strings, you got 7.
Yeah.
Sure. So you're the best student in strings.
Although there were only 4 students in the class.
Oh, but...
So I mean, there wasn't much competition.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, I think strings are not very popular because of the difficulty level.
Yeah, I think a lot of my classmates in strings, they switched to other classes, usually theater.
Yeah, you have to be at least grade 5 ABRSM.
Yeah.
And it's difficult. Yeah. So it's okay, it's okay. And this one is your most favorite subject, of course. So you got 7, of course, on this one. Coder of the year.
Yeah.
Since you are small, your teachers always mention Maad is very selective on what he wants to study.
Yeah.
Since you were small, because in the kindergarten you were in Singapore, and I think there they really prepared you to go to primary school, right?
Yeah.
In kindergarten, so you already had to study in kindergarten. It's very different from Western schools, of course, but so you were expected to be an all-rounder, I think.
Yeah,
Everything.
but that
you
never worked.
You were not that kind of person.
I can't, like, for me, it's either 5s in every subject, or 7s in a few subjects, and hit or miss on all of the others.
I remember you were very sad about it, like, how come I can't be as good as the others?
Yeah.
They
Because
are-
to me, everyone makes bronze. If you can't, you're failing.
But actually there are people who don't have
Yeah.
anything. So in that sense, you're still great.
Yeah, I mean, to me, bronze just felt like the honor roll everyone could make. I just wanted, especially because a few semesters ago, I was so close to getting silver. I was 0.05 off.
3.75, yeah. Only 0.05 and you would have gotten silver.
And it was so disappointing to me because I think there was only one class that was holding me back from it.
Yeah. You got only one. I know. It was math.
Yeah.
If you got 7 on math, then you would have gotten silver.
But I mean, realistically, it was impossible considering, like,
No, I think it will be possible next time.
now it is.
Yeah.
But I mean,
So I think you have. I don't know. I think for you, the teacher matters more.
yes. And class size is a bonus. Like smaller classes, I perform better.
And this year, your math class is much smaller than before.
Yes,
Okay.
only 7 people.
Only
I
7
think.
people
Yeah.
in a class. My class was 50.
Yeah, for me, below 15 students, I perform
1-5.
best. Yeah, if it's, and I think in my English class, like a few years ago, there were 26 people. Although I performed decently because the teacher was pretty good, but I mean, oh my gosh, like,
Oh.
if you asked me to list the names of everyone in my English class,
You wouldn't remember.
yeah, I'd list 3 and then forget the rest.
Oh, yeah. The thing is, your school system is similar to university. So every lesson is held on different room.
Yeah,
You have to go on different
there's no homeroom.
Yeah.
Well, technically there is, but
So
its
sweet.
connection to the other classes is loose. I think this is a common approach for IB schools.
Yeah, it's
Because,
like your previous school
yeah,
was
in
the
Hungary, yeah, they also use the advisory approach, they call it.
same. Okay, so your classmates in English class will be different
Yes.
than in math,
class.
Yeah.
Or Spanish, or rocket science, or nuclear missile. What?
Do you like it like that?
Usually, I had multiple classes with each person. Like for example, there was a friend of mine. They also played the piano,
Oh.
and I think I was in both strings and PE and a few other classes as well. And we were pretty good friends.
That's nice.
A bunch of weird stuff happened, but we were still good friends.
That's nice. Yeah, you need such friends. Not too many, just a
Yeah.
few will be enough because the
That way we're
connection-
closer.
Yeah, it will go deeper. Yes.
Yeah, and I think in that regard, I'm technically considered a bit of an introvert, a bit of an extrovert, an ambivert,
Ambivert.
because I value smaller groups. But for me, like, sometimes I like talking to people. Socialization makes me energized. Other times it's tiring.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So it just depends on how I feel
Yeah.
at the moment.
Me too. Actually, I had to go out a lot lately because of the house and school and stuff. I feel tired of, yeah.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I think I'm getting old because it takes energy to socialize sometimes.
Yeah, true.
Right?
For me, like, if it's a good interaction, I like it, but I mean, if I'm getting mocked, for example,
Then it's tough.
yeah, then I just revert to being an introvert.
But sometimes for me, in my mind, I knew I had a lot of things to do.
Yeah.
But I had to attend that meeting.
Mm.
I couldn't skip it, so I didn't actually enjoy it.
Yeah,
So, and then I got home, my battery is flat.
I understand. I've felt
Because
that way
in
before.
public, we have to appear friendly at least. We
Yeah.
can't show that, oh, I want to go home, I need to do this and that. We can't show it. So we need to pretend at least to look presentable.
Presentable. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Your biggest concern a few years ago was that all your friends, they were good at everything.
Yes.
And you're not. But in life, actually, how many people do you know that are good at everything?
2, I think.
2?
Only 2. I'm not saying
Famous
names.
people?
No,
Oh,
friends
your friends.
of mine.
Oh, but your friends, yeah. But among those 2 people,
Well, they're good at every subject.
oh, okay.
I'm not
okay.
sure about anything else outside of that.
Oh, yeah. Because I think in life it's just impossible to be good at everything. It's just too unfair.
Yeah.
Oh, people who are good at academic skill.
Yeah, and plus, like, people hail, for example, Albert Einstein as a genius who is good at everything. No, he was
Social
really
skill?
he was really only good at math. That's
Oh,
why he's a
yeah.
genius. That's why he was a
Yeah,
prodigy.
yeah.
It wasn't because he was excelling in every subject. He was excelling in math and science, and that's what mattered.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be good at everything
exactly.
to be
Now
considered
you know,
a genius.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, like, even in art, for example, I'm no good at art. I don't know color theory or anything like that. But I think, I don't know, like, sometimes I've wanted to get back into art, and I recently learned that art doesn't have to be realistic for it to be good.
Exactly.
Like, see, for example, animation, like Western animation or anime, stuff like that. It doesn't look realistic at all, and people still like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not realistic. It's slapstick, but people like it nonetheless.
Yeah.
And I think that could apply to academics as well.
Yeah.
Sure, you might not be good at, for example, English. Well, I feel like I'm falling off in English despite how many weird words I'm learning lately. But, I mean, I'm good at other things. That's what matters.
Yeah, at least you have something that you're good at.
Yeah.
And you like something that you like. So my concern last year, you spent too much time on math.
Yeah.
That you spend less time on the things that matter to you. So
Because I got so much homework. I got extra homework because I kept failing assignments and the teacher gave me extra work. But I mean, I'm kind of on the upswing here. Even if my GPA wasn't as good as it once was, I think I'm on the upswing.
yeah, so you are very good in certain subjects.
Yeah.
And not the others, and that's okay. So kids who get 7 at everything, so they can get by with 7s, but they are not always the best in all the courses. So yeah, well you are the best in certain things but not the others. So
Specialization.
it's okay, just like becoming a doctor.
Yeah.
Some doctors are GP, general practitioners.
Some are surgeons.
Some are surgeons, some are specialists, right?
Some
And-
are rocket scientists.
Yeah.
Some are creators of nuclear... What?
Yeah, so everybody has their own place in society.
Yeah. And, I mean, especially at this stage of life, like puberty and stuff, like mental changes, it's all about finding your place.
Yeah, I do understand that teenagers are very sensitive about everything. That's why you were worried about things like that last year. But
And I think, I mean, last year I was especially shy. Like,
very.
I couldn't talk to people. I couldn't perform in music class simply because,
Nervous wreck.
I was scared of making mistakes. But I mean, yeah, I feel like part of it, I was scared because I always made mistakes in math class. I was a screw up, basically. And yeah, at that point, with so much time put into math, I was scared that with so little time dedicated to other subjects, I'd end up the same way.
So you're changing again. Last year you were so shy, you were so timid.
This year, I think I was very outgoing.
That's why you got Inquirer Award. That
Yeah.
means you're active.
Curious.
Yeah. I was so surprised last year when your math teacher told me Adam is a very quiet student. He never talks in the class. He never asks questions. This is the first time I heard such thing. Because other teachers usually would just say Adam is a very vocal pupil. Adam is very active in the class. Once I even asked one homeroom teacher, is it okay that Adam is that talkative? Well, I prefer a lively class rather than a quiet one. That's what she said. Yeah. So I hope you're finding your own self.
Yeah, I think I have.
What did your principal say? He gave you all those awards.
Yeah, I think he even told me that he's been seeing me a lot.
On stage.
On stage, yes.
You went back and forth, back and forth.
Yes. Sometimes, like especially the first award, I didn't know when I was supposed to come up. Like usually those kinds of things were rehearsed for me, and I just stood there for like a few seconds in front of my seat, just jaw on the floor. I didn't know what to do. When should I walk on stage? What should I do? Where should I stand?
And you couldn't believe it.
And then I saw someone else who got the same award just walking straight for it. I said, okay, I'll just tag along. I'll just walk behind them.
Good idea, good idea. I recorded you look so confused what to do, what to do.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I mean,
It's okay.
those kinds of things are usually rehearsed for me.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, good job.
But I mean, if it were rehearsed, no surprise.
I think at this point this year, your only weakness is ta-da, same like mine. Oh no, math was my weakness too, but not yours. PE.
Yes. Yeah, and in a subject I'm weak in, like PE, the teacher thing especially matters. Like, if I have an encouraging teacher, one who, like, sure, they might tell me, go, Adam, you can do it. But, like, if I can't, that's okay.
At least you try.
Yes. But I mean, if I get a teacher that's, like, punishing me because I can't do well, because I can't run fast as John Q. Public, or because A and other is able to lift a 20 kilo weight, whereas I can only do 3 kilos. It was, yeah.
Well, yeah. If you want, you can increase that. If you don't, then it's okay. But I think working out is still important just to keep ourselves happy. Honestly, I don't like working out. I hate it.
Exercise or exorcism?
Exorcism. But at this age, I know we have to do it just to stay healthy. That's all.
Okay.
So I just do it. But you're lucky. Next year you won't have PE.
Yeah. But I mean, even if I did, as long as the teacher's good, as long as the teacher is encouraging instead of punishing,
you'll be okay. And so after summer break, you will enter grade 11.
I feel old because I am.
So you will.
Where's the white hair? Where are the wrinkles on my face? Where's everything? Where's my big beard to go along with it?
If you're old, then what am I?
Precambrian.
Yeah. So, but anyway, you're doing well. I think you've been doing really well.
Yeah. This year I'm on the upswing.
Anyway, good job.
Thank you.
And thank you for the update. Now you're not super busy, right?
Yes.
Summer, but we'll be traveling a little bit. So.
A little bit.
Yeah.
For the summer?
A little bit.
Yeah. Your definition of little is interesting.
Next year you will also have a big project.
Oh
Or
yeah.
12th.
For 11th
CAS.
grade. CAS. Creativity, Action, and Service.
Yeah.
So,
What's that?
I create something that helps with a global issue. And so far, I have a few ideas.
Oh, it has to
Yeah,
be
global
issue.
issue.
Okay.
Or maybe something that you contribute through via charity, I think.
Oh, then you can create campaign and
Yeah,
ask
or-
people to donate money.
Yeah, or if you're a bit more liberal, you could maybe do live streaming to raise money for a charity or something like that. I mean, liberal as in that emerged in like the last few years.
Oh, okay. And you will have to write report on it and create something. Do you have to create product?
Yes, I think.
Okay. So it's the same like your project this year, personal project.
Yeah, but personal project can be tied to a global issue if you want it to. But in personal project, it's more an issue that matters to you, like on an individual scale, not on a global or transnational scale.
Not yet. And then as you grow older, you need to be aware of global issues and you need to contribute.
Yeah, I am, but surface level.
It's okay. We'll get there. Yeah, so maybe you can brainstorm during summer and take a break because you've been working very hard this year and enjoy.
We've earned it.
Yeah. All right, Matt. Thank you for coming and saying hi to everybody. You haven't shown up for a while.
Yeah,
Neither
studies.
have I. Then maybe you can close the video.
Okay. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I haven't been a very frequent occurrence on this channel, but please stay tuned because I think over the next few months, I think I'll make a return.
Yes, okay.
So, #MadSweep 2025, whatever.
Adam, Sebastian Pepe.
That's a mouthful. Please don't put that as the hashtag. That's... Memorizing that, I bet for someone who just learned it, is like memorizing what ICBM stands for. So, what? No? What's with me and nuclear missiles today? Okay, yeah, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in... sometime. Okay, goodbye.
In the future.
Yeah, goodbye.